Ready to sell your business? This video will show you how to list it for free on Venturu in under a few minutes. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to head to Venturu and create an account. Once you have an account, you just have to click this button right here, sell your business, followed by list your business for free. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to provide an address. So don't worry, the address is always confidential. It's always an approximate location. But what this is going to help us with, or help you with, is to provide you a more accurate business valuation. So we're just going to confirm that the address is okay. And optionally, if you like, you can show the actual specific address on the map. So this helps with businesses that are in shared commercial real estate. So we're just going to skip that. You're going to head next. And next thing we're going to do is we're going to provide what kind of business it is. So in this case, I have a restaurant. I'm just going to head next. It was established. I'm just going to put here on 2016. There's 12 employees. I work approximately 35 hours per week. And on the description, you're going to have to fill in what makes it special. Is it a turnkey opportunity? How long has it been, operating for? Is it a family business? Anything that might, make the business like an outstanding opportunity should be here. And don't worry, like after you fill it in, we're also going to suggest some things later on. So I'm just going to click on next for now. This is just a demo. And we're going to provide some more information on the rent. Like, are we renting this property or do we own it? In this case, there is a rent involved. So I'll click there. I'm going to provide the property details. So I'm paying $9,000 monthly. The lease is ending on 2028 in August 17. And I'm not really sure about this thing, so I'm just going to hit next. All right, so this is the most important part of the onboarding process, of course, the numbers. So the annual revenue of the business, I'll provide it's $900,000. The annual profit of the business, $230,000. How much money did the business generate for you, the business owner, in the past 12 months? So including all benefits, how much money is this making for me? So I'm just going to type in 230,000, well, 240,000. Personally. And these are all optional, the rest. So I'm just going to provide them. The more information you provide, the higher your listing will rank on Venturu, in Google, everywhere. So I'm just going to provide the approximate value of the inventory. It's a restaurant, so this means like the current food that we have, for example, and the furniture, fixtures, and equipment, all of the machines. I'm just going to type in 100,000 over here. I'm just going to hit next. And this is a very important part of the process. So would we like an estimate of the business value? Of course we would. I'm just going to hit yes. And I'm going to provide some final details to get this estimate. So my earnings are pretty steady month to month. Yes. Have I operated under the same business name for more than 10 years? Yes. And do I have any special advantage as a restaurant? Not really. So I'm just going to hit next. And here we go. So based on our proprietary business valuation model, this is what I could be getting for this business. Use, all of the data that you provide in here. We use location factors, industry benchmarks, and a lot of proprietary data. So I'm going to hit next. And with that in mind, I'm just going to go for kind of halfway middle. I'm just going to go for 440,000 for this next. And some other questions. Will I help the buyer with financing? No, in this case, I want the full payment up front. Will I provide the buyer with training? Yes, I will. Some information about the training I will provide. So it's going to be free. I'm not going to fill that in. It's going to be 1 month. I'll hit next. And photos. So photos are not mandatory. They're completely optional, but we have found that having photos, acquire 80% more inquiries and, in overall make the business sell 40% faster. So I'm just going to add some photos. So we recommend adding these kind of photos, like from outside, from inside, the team, your products. So I'm going to add a few of these photos over here. And I'm going to make sure that the cover photo, which is the most important one, is the most attractive one. So I'm going to add this one as the cover photo. All right. I'm going to hit next. And marketing. So we help you market your listing. So what we're doing here is we're finding the most impactful kind of pitch for your business. So in this case, it's profitable restaurant with strong recurring clientele. This will help you get more inquiries, but you can always choose to write your own. So we recommend keeping the one that we suggest because we're, fine-tuning it all the time. So you're going to see that the pitch might change from time to time because it keeps getting better. So I'm just going to hit next and an agent. So this step, again, is completely optional. So it's something that we recommend you to do. So we have found as well that, agents help sell businesses up to 90% faster than without an agent, and they get you better prices most of the time for your business. No obligation. I can send an inquiry to Pitel in this case, and I can see some of the things that he will do for me if we do decide to work together. In this case, because it's a demo and I don't want to message Pitel with a promising opportunity that doesn't exist, I'm just going to hit I like to explore options. And when you hit that, then you can dive further into other potential brokers that you might want to work with. So I'm just going to skip that because it's a demo. And finally, we just get to see all the information that we provided in a single place. And if this looks okay, it all looks okay to me, you can just go ahead and click Publish Listing. And what's going to happen is that we're going to run some automated tests to make sure that the numbers make sense, the location makes sense, everything makes sense, and it's going to be live immediately. But we're also going to do a manual verification within the next day or so to get it really, boosted and in front of as many potential buyers as possible. So I'm just going to hit publish over here, and we're going to see the business live on Venturu. So as we wait for these inquiries to flow in, we can see the performance of the business. We're going to be able to see how many times have people seen it, have saved it to favorites, have shared it, how many messages have come from here. And we can always change the information. If we find out that something was wrong or something needs tweaking, we can edit every section right here. And that's it. That's how you list your business completely for free on Venturu and start getting buyer inquiries right away. Get started on Venturu.com, and looking forward to seeing your opportunity go live and, selling your business.